Fox 11's Leah Uko sat down with her, and she joins us live now. Leah.
Alex, Christine, in the past year, we've witnessed controversial incidents take place across the country where students and professionals alike have been punished for wearing their hair in what we call protective styles. These are styles that retain the good health of African-American hair but have been deemed unprofessional or distracting. Senator Holly Mitchell wants this bill to correct these views on hairstyles she says Americans have every right to wear.
I wear my crown, my hair, my baby hair with baby hair and afro.
Natural hair may be one of the most sung about,
I am not my hair.
talked about topics in the Black community. Women and men encouraging each other to embrace their kinky and curly hair textures. But actually doing this is much harder for Black women and men who historically have spent a lot of amounts of time and money making their hair straight by using chemicals and flat irons.
I would say that my grandmother's generation and even my mom's generation a little bit was like, you know, get back in the house, your hair is not done. Like something was wrong with us or something like that.
Maury Jack struggled with loving her real hair as a child. In college, she took on an internship in Africa, which changed her entire perspective.
It was my first time ever seeing beautiful Black women with their heads either shaved or locked or twisted or with knots in it, bandeau knots. And it was just an enlightenment. It was like something new. And something awoke in me and I was like, I'm fine.
The actress and real estate agent decided to permanently put her hair in locks, formerly called dreadlocks. Embraced in Africa, but rejected when she came back home to the United States.
I've been told that it is not a professional look, or if I were to be considered for the job, what would I be doing with, you know, and they'll do like a head. We have a certain look here, and would I be able to embrace the look of their company?
Jax kept her locks, and now other people are being encouraged to do the same.
The notion of what's professional in the workplace is really based on our Eurocentric perception of what's beauty and what's professional.
Senator Holly J. Mitchell represents parts of Los Angeles. She introduced Senate Bill 188, the Crown Act, which stands for Creating a Respectful and Open Workplace for Natural Hair. It will forbid employers from reprimanding people like herself for wearing their hair in braids, twists, and locks. Who are you creating this bill and pushing it for?
Up until very recently, if you Googled images for unprofessional hair, images of Black women exclusively in our natural glory with our natural hair popped up. And so that suggested to me that we have education to do and we have work to do.
Last December, a New Jersey high school referee was benched after forcing a wrestler to either cut his locks or forfeit his match. Last August, a sixth grader seen on video crying as she left her classroom after being told her braided hair extensions violated school rules. Similar episodes in Florida, a 6-year-old sent home on his first day of school because his hair was locked. In Boston, twin sisters forced to serve detention for wearing their hair braided. Now, steps are being taken in California to make sure that doesn't happen here.
I think we're going to use this as a public education campaign. And secondly, to make sure that this isn't an issue that prevents me from getting a job.
Here at Locks of Love Hair Salon in Leimert Park, some clients say their hair was a factor for why they didn't get jobs in the past, but it was a blessing in disguise.
Even the interviewer, he said he was confused why they didn't accept me, because my credentials, my knowledge of technology, and for me, I knew what it was.
Network engineer Umar Norwood says when he was turned down from a job, he started his own business, selling organic products for natural hair like his.
And then we can take our monies from the economics, be it businesses, and then we can take that money and funnel it into political campaigns so they can represent the policies that are concerned with our community.
If the Crown Act becomes law, California will be the first state to banning protective hairstyles in professional and educational institutions. As for Maury Jax, her actions inspired her 20-year-old daughter, Unique Gordon, to lock her hair when she was just 10 years old.
Like when I saw her all like being like a strong, confident, independent woman, I want to be like her.
The Crown Act bill passed the Judiciary Committee in April. Now it goes on to the Assembly for a vote in June. And Senator Mitchell is encouraging people, if you want this bill to pass, to write your local council members, your local representatives, tell them your stories about natural hair and how it benefits you to wear it that way. And hopefully that would encourage them.
Did someone say straighten their hair with chemicals and a flat iron? Guilty right here.
I think we've all been guilty, especially us women in news business. I think we've all been guilty.
I mean, you've gotten a lot of attention for the fact that you wear your hair natural, and people have talked about that all over the country. What has the reaction for you been like, both positive and negative, to that?
You know, I have to say, I wouldn't do myself justice if I sat up here and say I was discriminated against. Fortunately, I grew up in California, where people are a little more forward-thinking when it comes to things like this. However, working in the news industry and living in other parts of the country, you know, I wasn't allowed to wear my hair like this. I had to straighten my hair. I had to wear wigs, and it's time-consuming. It's expensive, and you just don't. I just didn't feel liberated. I didn't feel like myself. I've never felt more powerful and in control of who I am and when I do my job than I do now. And I think a big reason for it is because now I don't have to worry about feeling like someone else. And if you're looking for an alternative way to have fun, LAX just might be the place for you. It's just like a bowling alley, just like throwing darts, just like a shooting range, except people who are here throw this 1.5-pound dart at this wall of wood. And guys, when word hit social media yesterday about this new spot, it spread like wildfire. You can see people have been pouring in all day since the place opened at 5 o'clock, coming in to have a good time, and again, a different way. Who knew metal, wood, and a bullseye combined with music and friends could bring adults so much fun?
There's always a reason to throw an axe. Everyone wants to throw an axe, they might just not know it yet.
Carly, infamously known for her name Seven, is a pro at this sport, which has been popular in Canada for about 9 years. She moved here to North Hollywood to be the operations manager of LAX.
Everyone loves it. There's just a reason to throw axes, whether it's a birthday party, you know, you're stressed at work and you want to come here at the end of the day.
The Adult Axe Throwing Center just opened and provides low-tech entertainment in a high-tech society.
They're texting, they're Instagramming, and it's all wonderful, but every once in a while it's nice to put it down and actually communicate face-to-face.
The co-founder, Josh Shalom, is based in Toronto. He says axe throwing has evolved into a community made up of leagues that go to competitions.
It's really nice going out where you can hear good music, but it's not centered around just drinking and you're centered around a hobby.
And they say once you throw the axe, you're hooked, but becoming good at it takes a lot of tries, but with a 15 to 20 minute safety course, safety first, patience, aim, technique.
Drop back, make sure you bend the back knee, and you gotta push off when you bend the front knee.
You can nail it.
Oh, let's go! Nice!
And that's what people here love the most, the competition between themselves.
It's more personal. It's like I don't really have to interact with people or be super social. I can focus on like doing my own thing.
And to get inside LAX, you must be at least 24 years old. It's open daily from 5 to 11. And guys, they are working on getting their liquor license by November, as well as working with food vendors. Again, all to provide a good setting for people to have a good time. We're reporting live from North Hollywood. Leah Uko, Fox 11 News.
Uko joins us now with his inspiring story. Hey, Leah.
So inspiring. He really did not let his condition hold him back from anything. When Christopher Akubuilo was growing up, his mother says her biggest worry was that he'd want to play football or other well-loved sports, but wouldn't physically be able to. But little did she know that her son already had a passion, braiding hair.
Hi.
How are you, Christopher?
Fine. Oh, hi, what's your name?
My name's Dave.
Chris.
For most hairstylists, doing straight back cornrows is effortless. Christopher Akubuyo is no exception. The 33-year-old is autistic, but that doesn't make him question his ability and passion for doing hair.
I feel my heart. My heart.
He set up shop at his friend and client, Faith Ford's apartment complex here in Playa Vista.
Like a braid.
Combs, hair ties, water, and gel are neatly laid out on his table.
Side gel. Side gel? Yeah.
Faith has cerebral palsy and chose cornrows for her hairstyle. Since Chris was 7 years old, he had a love for braids. His mother, Michelle Smith, says he learned the skill on his own.
He would go to the library and get, in addition to getting books, he would get ebony and jet and sepia, and he would look at an essence as well, and then black hair and black hair care and study those.
And so she let him continue studying, watching how a braider did his hair for his senior pictures, and he practiced on dozens of people's heads. Faith now has 6 braids in her hair.
6 braids.
6 braids.
And a smile on her face.
It was just something monumental. You're gonna make me cry. It was just something that was monumental to me. And it may not seem like a big deal because she was just getting her hair braided, which in our community we do all the time. Hair has a lot of significance, but to see him as a young man doing something that brings him joy, that filled a void for us.
Don't think that because they have this, you don't label them or put them in a box saying what they can't do or versus what they will do with patience, love, patience, and drive.
Chris is working on mastering his speed with braiding, a task that could make him nervous, but that's where singing Adele's Send My Love comes in handy. It keeps him calm.
What's up? Hey.
So what's next for Christopher? Well, he enrolled into LA Tech's cosmetology program. He starts this fall. Now, there are written tests, which his mother Michelle says may be a challenge because Christopher's reading level is at 3rd or 4th grade. But she says through the grace of God, Christopher will get it done.
Wow. Does he have like a lot of customers?
So she said he has a handful right now, but she says that he's practiced on dozens and dozens of people. So let's hope he can get that dough rolling in after school.
Have some more after your story?
Yeah.
Leah, thank you so much.
That's right, Christine, Dan. Nipsey Hussle's fans, family, and closest friends all agree he's one of the realest MCs out there of his time. Now, this title isn't just because of his rhymes talking about the life in South LA, but because he's creating change in South LA.
All my life, I've been grinding all my life. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle, pay the price.
7 mixtapes, a chart-topping studio album, and a lot of Nipsey Hussle's lifelong grind is paying off, and now the 33-year-old rapper is paying it forward in Crenshaw.
My career started right here. This community put me on.
Yes, sir.
Nipsey started in this parking lot on the corner of Slauson and Crenshaw. He used to sell his unsigned mixtapes out of the trunk of his car. Now, you actually own half of this lot.
Yeah, me and my family, Black Sam, Adam, my pops, you know, the whole team.
He also owns Marathon Clothing Store, which not only sells his label, but lets his visitors use an app to enhance their shopping experience.
We playing a long game. We don't want the money to stop when we go. When we can't work no more, we want it to outlive us. We want it to be generational. You know,
and Next Door, a basic needs shop. They sell everything from prepaid cell phones to fragrances. And at both stores, Nipsey hired local artists.
It's Tanny.
Hi, Tanny. I'm Leah.
Partners and up-and-coming artists.
Okay.
By the end of this year, Nipsey will also open a barber shop.
And so we gonna call this Steve's, and it's named after my homeboy Fats. You know what I mean? This is a tattoo of him right here. He was murdered last year.
And a Creole seafood restaurant.
And everything. All the equipment was brand new.
All of these
renovate the whole
businesses
space,
are family
built the
owned
whole,
and operated.
aesthetic.
Nipsey says businesses are only part of the change. For true change, he's starting with kids at 54th Street Elementary, an area plagued by violence.
Yeah, I think it's just about offering a new identity, you know? Like it is, it's not weak to be strong. It ain't weak to make smart moves.
He hired a local artist to help spruce up this basketball court.
And I see in the inside, it's got safety, respect, friendship, kindness, community, principles.
Yeah, to live by.
And in an attempt to attract entrepreneurs to the community. His latest business venture is Vector 90, a co-working space in the Crenshaw district.
It's very important that co-working spaces or spaces like this exist in communities like this for people of color, where we can have resources and spaces to work and to network and to meet with people and collaborate with people.
That's why all my life I've been grinding all my life. Look.
So, for a young boy from Crenshaw who started with nothing,
I got you, big dog. Let me sign that part of the front.
Nipsey Hussle has given everything: hope, opportunity, and resources for his community to grind and succeed.
Meditate and get into yourself and find out what's really motivating you.
Very inspiring. And he's not done yet with building up that area. The first floor of that co-working space will be a STEM center for young people. Nipsey also teamed up with Puma to revamp that basketball court for the kids as well. And Nipsey Hussle will also be stopping by Good Day LA tomorrow morning.
Right. Nipsey may not have noticed me, but I did a backpack giveaway with him about 3 or 4 years ago. So he's so busy now. What's up next?
So he says he has some announcements to make, but he wouldn't spill the beans. But maybe he'll share it tomorrow morning on Good Day LA. But he does say he has something in the works. All right, that'll be it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching Fox 11 News at 10. I'm Leah Uko. Have a great evening.